Hey everybody, it's Christine from Love of Reborns 13, and I am here with the last doll of my collection videos I've been doing. I said in my very first video, it was a week ago now, that I would introduce each doll, and so now we are up to the very last one. So, although I will do a more detailed video of Lioness, my Atticus, but he was in my box opening, so we have seen him. But this is Lewis. And Lewis is a what is he? An 11 to 12 inch, I think he's a 12-inch mini silicone by Kimbrydolls. He is the Clemmie Sculpt, and he is the Awake. He's got his blue eyes, and I did actually have her paint his hair and eyebrows. I wanted a light brown curly, so I did that. I asked her to do that. For those who don't know, Kimbry has an Instagram page, and I'm just going to take his little outfit off so you guys can see him more. An Instagram page, and she sells on Etsy. So she has a shop there. So if you're interested, go and check it out. She does such amazing mini silicones. Her silicone is nice and soft. Now, disclaimer, this is, other than I had two other mini ones, which I found new homes for because I really wanted the Clemmie. They were like 6 inch ones. They're the only silicones I've ever touched. So I can't say, it's the softest silicone out there. And I'm not going to say that because this is the only silicone I've ever felt. I can say, just as somebody holding it, I feel like he's really nice and squishy. Just really, really, it's very nice to touch his silicone. So if you could see like how his hair is moving and everything. So I think he feels really good. And I know a lot of her collectors absolutely love her silicone, and she's got a huge following for her silicone minis. She has also just released some 16-inch ones. One in particular is made to resemble the Clemmie, which is called the Carly. And everybody's loving that too, that are fans of hers. So, but just disclaimer, yes, this is her silicone is the only silicone I've ever felt. But yeah, like I said, I can say I definitely feel like just squeezing it does feel very nice and squishy to me. So I don't know. I don't have anything else to base it off of. But this little guy here does have armatures, which is so cool in a mini. I was so shocked that like you can get that in like just a little arm like that. I thought that was so cool. But this is Lewis, and Lewis has, or the Clemmie, look at the little diaper. There is the umbilical cord on this one, and it is actually attached to the abdomen there. But she even paints that, and if you can actually see the detailing, we got a little piece of hair. It actually looks like a cord, which is really, really cool, and the clamp. So, and it actually doesn't really, it doesn't horribly show up. Like, if people are worried about having features like that make a big dent in the clothing, it doesn't like show up, like, I don't mean to say like horribly, like I word that as in like it doesn't like tremendously show up and like show up through the clothing when he wears them. So I think it's such a cool detail. I actually really love it, and like I said, it doesn't ruin or make the clothing look differently on. Like here, I like, you can't even see it, so it's really not a big deal. So just in case you were like, oh, I don't know if I want one, if you've been interested and you're like, oh, it's got that there, well, the clothes work perfectly fine. So yes, and he is fully poured, which means his head was not detached and then put on. He's so cute. Look at that. Look at his little neck. And then even his ears, look at the detailing. Like, it's so fascinating to me how much detailing she can get in these little minis. So he actually has some special stuff. First thing, all the outfits I have gotten from friends on Instagram. I will post their names in the description below. Gabby's Reborns is one of them. I've gotten pretty much, I would say 99% of my outfits for him are from her. And she's gotten them from Etsy pages. There's a lot of on Etsy. If you go on Etsy and search like mini silicone clothes, there's a lot of really great shops on there, and people who make just like really adorable stuff. So that's where I know she's gotten like all of hers, and then she sells them, and she sells them over on her Etsy page. But I wanted to show you some other stuff. So let me just kind of get everything out. This is actually the bed I got for him. It's not even a bed and there's all his clothes. It's just a basket I got from Target. I turned it into a bed. So this was an extra diaper that came with him when Kimbrey sent him to me. She also sent a thank you card, and just to show you guys, oh, I'm sorry, I'm totally blocking. So here is the care instructions, and there's Kimbrey's name for Kimbrydolls. And he is 13 out of 30 of the Clemmie Awake. So for those who don't know, and again, I know I'm new, and I know I'm very new to silicone, but from what I've been learning, once a mold is made to create silicones, the mold can only be used so many times before it doesn't really like show the shape that they want, I guess, or really work anymore. So that's why I'm saying like she could really only use that mold she created 30 times basically. So that's something I've been learning that's a little more, what do you want to say? Not finicky with the mold, but I guess different than the vinyl kits. There's a little bit, like sometimes there'll be less amounts that can be made in silicone because the molds tend to, after a while, won't be able to produce any more of that kit, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And if I'm not, you guys can definitely correct me in the comments. But that's just kind of what I've been researching so far and hearing from friends of mine who have silicones and watching YouTube videos. And hopefully I got that right. This was the blanket that he came wrapped in, which I actually use as the bottom part. And I'll show you some of his outfits. So he's got, and I always kind of like keep everything in here. So, and I'll go ahead and put his, let me put this back in there. When I ordered him, I went onto the Etsy page. Sometimes she has dolls already made for sale. What I did is, because I actually wanted the Clemmie asleep. And I had just found out really about Kimbrey because, again, I'm new. And she didn't have, put this away later. She didn't have it anymore. But then she had the Awake, so I had put in for an Awake version and the painted hair and the armatures and all that. So there's one of his outfits. He has a really cute sleeper. He has this Paw Patrol Outfits, which my kid's a huge Paw Patrol fan. This pant and hat set go with what he's currently wearing. Another adorable sleeper that I actually took and I sewed it together. It was a 2 separate piece, but it was a little bit short for his size, so I sewed it like that to make it one piece. And then these pants are just a little bit big on him, but it looks so stinking cute. So here's that with the owl on it. And then of course what he's wearing, and I also have this one as well, which another friend of mine sold to me. Super cute, and she had gotten it from actually gabbysreborns too. And again, I will post all their names and stuff in the description too. This, so stinking cute. This is actually like a little knapsack for him to wear. It was meant for a 14, I think, to a 15-inch silicone. I had taken it, cut it in half, and then stitched it closed, as well as I kind of took I took the sides a bit, pinched them down, and I actually sewed these down so it only goes to that far, but this way it fit my Clemmie perfectly. And there's a little bit the elastic on the arms there, so it just stays nice and around the hand. So basically I put, and when he came from Kimbrey, he came in a diaper. He was wrapped up beautifully, wrapped up in that blanket, and he had this hat on and the little socks that are on his feet. So, and let me put this stuff. I had this rattle from a doll I had, adopted. I can't remember who put it in there, but it fit him so perfectly. Just one of those little rattles you get for like, I don't know, you can get them on Amazon, and sometimes you'll put them on like display for like baby showers or whatever, but it worked perfectly for him, so I kept it. My friend Reborn Smiles of Joy had this. This is actually a NICU Passy. And so she had gotten, I forgot where she got it from, but she had given it to me. So I do have that. And I did actually cut the tip just a little bit so it would go in his mouth nice. So I can actually show you guys that real quick. Oh, and also she had sent, Kimbrey had sent a little stuffed bear with him. So now I'm trying to do this one-handed because usually I might not be able to with the one hand, guys. But usually what I do is I kind of do it. I pinch his mouth a little bit open from the cheeks, and then I put it in. So normally I could do that better with one hand, but there he is. And then this I wanted to show you guys, and I'll get Mr. Lewis. I call him, he's my, he's the sassy one of the group. He is he's the mischief. So if you follow my Instagram page, you're going to see funny videos. Like for Valentine's Day, I took a video of him stealing my candy that my husband gave me. And he's hiding in my son's dresser drawer. And he's just the mischief. So, but this is the other piece. Come on over here, Lewis. This is the other thing I wanted to show. It's so cute when you get into the mini silicones, just how adorable things are that people make. It's just a whole other world of collecting. It's just so much fun. So this is a beautiful, just soft blanket. This side is just the fluffiest blue. It's so it's like a cloud. And this is elephants and gray chiffon. And it was with a matching Boppy, which was meant for pretty much his size, and it works perfectly for Mr. Lewis. And this was made by Heavenly Touch 2014. She's over on Instagram, and she makes really cute stuff for mini silicones as well, including these. So I had gotten that, but yeah. So if you're thinking about getting a silicone and you're brand new and, maybe just budget's not in the cards right now for, a really high-end silicone. For me right now, I'm content. I'm very happy with my Reborn collection. And I'm not looking necessarily to get a high-end silicone right now, also because I've only been in the hobby for now almost 8 months. And I just want to wait longer until I've been more established in the hobby and in the, just with my collection. But if you are still interested in getting a silicone, I highly recommend doing a mini. I absolutely love his size. Again, he's an 11 inch, but he kind of wears more 12-inch clothes. So I always say he's an 11 to 12. Just because I've known other sculpts that are 11 and he just seems a little bigger than them. I don't know, maybe if he's a little wider or what it is, or I don't know, but some reason he can get into the 12s. But yeah, oh, and here's his little feet. So yes, if you're looking to get a silicone, and you're, new, or you're just somebody who's never tried silicone before and you're really curious, I would highly recommend checking out Kimbrydolls. Again, she's over on Etsy. That's where her shop is. She also has her Instagram page. And you can also do hashtag Kimbrydolls, and you'll see a bunch of people who have posted pictures, of their dolls, and you can kind of get an idea of what they're like. But yeah, I just think they're a really great way to kind of enter the world of silicone. And also there's a lot of collectors who just really love the minis, and that's solely what they collect. Or people like me, I have a mini and my Reborn. So I enjoy having a mini, especially because of the little accessories you can get. And it's just really fun. He can fit in my purse when I take him out, when I go out, and just I can do really fun things with him. So he's really cute. And again, if you guys want to see all the mischief this little man gets into, follow my Instagram page, and that's Love of Reborns 13. He also has a bottle, and I don't know why I am currently not seeing. Oh, here's the bottle. Kimbrey had sent that too. She also did send a pacifier, but then I had wound up upgrading to this one. The pacifier matched this bottle, and Kimbrey had sent that as well. So he's got a little bottle. Isn't that cute? And it can go in his mouth, which is just, oh, it's so cute. All right, guys. So thanks for joining and seeing my little Lewis here. And we'll talk to you all soon. Take care.